Let's take a look at the rear transmission of the Honda RUCKUS. And this is an area that a lot of people don't look at. They don't break down. It's not something that breaks down, okay, back here. And people maybe will change oil. This is your oil filler right here. This is a 12 millimeter. The rest of these are 8. And of course this is for the Honda RUCKUS. And as I said, I'm going to go through the RUCKUS engine. So I want to talk about what I know and what I've seen about the engines here. This is called your, well, you can say your drive unit case or belt case. I put the belt in here, and I would have cleaned this, but I wanted to leave it dirty for a reason. All of this little specks of black that you see in here, that's your belt. As your belt rides along the inside of the pulley right there and along the side of the variator, it starts to disintegrate or flake off. Not really flake off, how can I say it? It gets hot and little tiny pieces wear off. Now if you've had a bike, a RUCKUS, for 8 or 9 years and you're losing power and it doesn't have the same torque, go buy yourself a new belt and replace it. The RUCKUS belt is probably 1.5 times wider than a standard DIO belt, and the reason they do that is it gives you more torque, because the RUCKUS weighs, here's the RUCKUS and the RUCKUS frame compared to the DIO. The RUCKUS probably weighs 190 pounds. I don't know how many stones or metric, whatever that is. And the DIO weighs about 135 pounds. So you can see where a bigger belt would give you more torque. Now, as I'm saying, the engine can tell you if it has problems. What you need to look for is fraying along here. You want to see how much black stuff is in here. Every time you change the belt, what you'd like to do is to clean up this as much as possible, and you can use a toothbrush and some cleaner. That simple green, that's a very good cleaner for it. That way when you go to take the cover off, the belt cover off again, you can see just how much more is flaked off or burned off. You can also see if you have any leaks. This is a leak, or leak. This is the seal into the transmission cavity here. That's one of the seals, one of 2. And it can leak. You don't want any oil leaking into this belt case, because any oil on the belt it's not good at all. You don't want any oil in the transmission.